Hey everyone, welcome back. So here in the video what we are going to do is we are going to retrieve a package using our Apache Ant commands that we have already seen, and how we can deploy a package, the same package using Apache Ant. So this package can be anywhere in the Salesforce org. That can be either sandbox, it can be either in production, it can be either in developer org, or it can be either in partner developer org. So these are the Salesforce environment, the possible environments where our package can be, and similarly we can deploy the package to the same set of org, no matter if the org are connected with each other or not. So these are basically the orgs that we can deploy. So that's why here we said that there will be a package with the help of our Apache Ant commands. We are going to deploy to the Salesforce org. So without making any delay, let's quickly start. So here you can see in my browser I have got two Salesforce environment which are logged in. One is production environment and one is sandbox environment. I have created the separate tabs so that we can easily differentiate between sandbox and production org. So here you can see we have got a package which is very simple package. It is having few objects like invoice line item, and then there is one new object which I have introduced is project. Then we have got review, and then we have got students. So these are the objects that are residing, or we can say that this package contains, and the name of our package is simple. Now what we need to do is we need to go to our HTML, our notepad editor where we have built our properties. So you can see this is our production environment, this is our the other environment. If you remember, we have discussed how we can deploy. Then this is our sandbox 1, this is our sandbox 2. You can see here there is one more property which is saying that sf.pkg name, which is nothing, which is package name, and we have given as a simple. So what we will do is we will create another target into our build.xml file so that we can execute that target. So to create the target, under the same, under the under the retrieve, we have got this retrieve package. We have changed the target name. Directory is retrieve output, and we can also say that package, so that we get a different directory. Okay, then we are retrieving, that's why we have used sf colon retrieve. Username, password, server URL is the sandbox URL because we wanted to retrieve the data from sandbox. Then max poll is max poll, which is 20, and then we have got retrieve target, which is retrieve output package. And then what is the package names? You can have multiple packages, but here we are only having one package. Then similarly for deploy, we have created one more target which is saying that deploy package. Okay, and it is showing us sf colon deploy, which is taking username, password, server URL, then max poll, deploy route, from where we are going to fetch the data. Then check only is true, that means we are not deploying, we are just validating the changes. Test label is run local test. We have already talked about these test labels, check only, rollback error, all these attributes of sf deploy we have already talked about. Now we have prepared our build.properties. We have prepared our build.xml. Let's quickly execute this, how we can do that. So here we are inside the folder where we need to execute. Basically not here, we will go to Apache and we will go to sample, and here this is our folder location where we are working. Okay, so we'll just go to click on CMD. We'll open the CMD here. What we need to do is we just need to go to our file, the build.xml file. We need to find the target name. We will say that ant, and this is the target name, which is retrieve package. So before we go ahead, let me quickly increase the, if I can increase here the font size basically. Yep, you can see. So we will hit that command here. You will see that now it is running this command under the folder Udemy courses deployment, then Apache sample, and this is the build.xml. And here you can see it is like that invalid directory retrieve target. Okay, the directory is invalid. It is saying that based on this retrieve package. If you see here, we have got retrieve code package, then we have got unpackaged code package. These are the directories. Let's quickly Get back to our file. We say retrieve target is retrieve output package. That's correct. And this is what we have. So what error it is saying is invalid directory specified under retrieve target. So basically we were on the wrong folder. So let me quickly show you again where we actually need to be. We need to be under deployment, and then we had created a code folder. So we need to be there, and that's why we were getting the error while we were doing under Apache. So now what we'll do is we'll quickly go to our command prompt and we'll say that ant retrieve package. So what it will do is it is going to create, now you can see here it has created a directory called package content. It was, now it will start retrieving the data from our Salesforce environment, and then it will put the content over here under the folder called package content. Now you see here the folder has been already created, package content, and here in the command line you can see here it is saying that create a directory, retrieve submitted successfully. Then this is the deployment ID, no, not the deployment ID. This is the retrieve ID, and then the status is in pending state. So once this will be completed, we will be able to see our code inside that folder. So now you can see here the request has been successfully completed. If you go to the folder package content, you see here we have got layouts. These are all the layouts that we have inside our package content. This is the objects. These are all the objects that we have got, and then we also have got the package.xml file. Next thing, we wanted to deploy this. Before we deploy, let's quickly go to our production org, and inside our production org what we will do is we'll go to our objects here. Under the objects we'll see here what are the things are there. So I'll go here under the objects, will show you that there is one object which is not available, and that object name is project. Once we'll complete the deployment, we will be able to see that object as well. So we need to make the change here under the deploy package. There is a target that we have created, deploy package, the deploy route. This should be the name of our folder where we are containing our all the directories. All the directories means the metadata, the layouts, objects, and other files as well. Now we are going to run this command. So let's quickly clear the screen and then run this command, which is ant deploy package, and this is going to check it. Basically this is going to validate the changes. As we have already discussed that in our request we have validated the changes, we have not basically did the actual deployment. We are just checking the changes. So you can see there are total from 20 components, and it has been successfully succeeded, means validated. Now if you go to your production org, because here we are deploying, you go to deployment status, you will be saying there is one deployment status which is saying that validate successes, and there is a button called quick deployment. So you go to here, quick deploy, click on OK, and it will take you to the deploy page that we have already seen many times while working with ChainSet as well as while working with Apache Ant. You can see here it is saying that deployment succeeded. Now if you go to object section, under the object section you will be able to see that this object is there, which is project, which is not deployed, which is still in development. So that's how you get a package.xml. Sorry, you get a package from any org and you can deploy to any org. Now here you might be wondering why we need to use this package, why we cannot just build the XML file and then use that. So the reason is, suppose that you have got 1000 or 5000, 10,000 components, you wanted to deploy those. So to build the XML file for those components, it's going to be the hectic task. So instead of developing the package manually, what you can do is you can just create the XML package here and then add the components, retrieve those. Once you have retrieved, you can just go ahead and delete those. So in using this, what it is going to do is it will be very easy for you. This is just a click, and the rest you can add. Sometimes you are correct, sometimes there might be the possibilities where you cannot add the components, like if you wanted to add the profiles. You can also add here in this package. You can add the profiles, you can add the permission sets. That is the best thing about this package. So this is it about this video, and into the next video we will see how we can retrieve the chain set and then prepare the package.xml file using that chain set. So we'll see you into the next video. Thank you.